Yo, what's up everybody? Akeem here, and in today's Fix of Entertainment news, we're breaking down what happened to Wolverine in X-Men 97. Plus, what can we expect to see in Season 2 of the Disney Plus series? All this and more in today's Fix. Now, spoiler warning for anyone that is not yet caught up with X-Men 97. Now, the latest episode was a big one with a lot of implications for those children of the Atom. Now, I really want to talk about it, so here we go. Now, the major thing that we're going to focus on is Wolverine and what happened to him after going up against Magneto. Like, what does it mean for Logan moving forward, and what are some of the comic book beats the series will likely adapt come Season 2 of X-Men 97? Now, first off, the team split up to stop the technopath Bastion and his plan to turn all humans into Prime Sentinels. Meanwhile, Magneto has plunged Earth into darkness in an attempt to recreate the fallen city of Genosha. Now, Wolverine comes to the conclusion that there's only one way to stop Magneto, and that is to kill him. Now, after stabbing him, Magneto seemingly has an epiphany and decides to rip the adamantium off Wolverine's bones. Now, we all know what happens when a toe gets struck by lightning. Well, here's what happens when the master of magnetism gets pissed off at a dude with metal-plated skeleton. Now, this is actually something we've seen play out in the comics, specifically the Fatal Attraction storyline, where Magneto uses his electromagnetic pulses to shut down Earth. Now, this pushes Xavier to perform a mind wipe on Magnus, which subsequently leads to the formation of Onslaught, who was the big bad guy for one of Marvel's most ambitious crossover events of the 90s. Now, this is actually something we might see play out in the series in similar fashion. Now, as for Wolverine, much like in the comics, he'll survive the loss of his adamantium due to his healing factor. So he's not dead, no matter how gruesome that last frame might have looked. But in the comic storyline run, Logan's adamantium actually served a larger purpose, and that was keeping his original mutation in check. Like, without it, we see him become more feral, growing hair in all kinds of places, even losing his nose. That's quite the scary sight to see a noseless Wolverine, and I kind of wonder how he smells looking like that. Probably like, I don't know, cigars, cheap beer, and BO. But seriously, his enhanced senses are still sharp as ever. Some might even argue sharper. Now, in this particular storyline, Apocalypse returns to make Wolverine in this state one of his horsemen. So if this is a story arc that the X-Men 97 series decides to adapt in Season 2, well, we'll be seeing a return of that big bad guy, Apocalypse. Personally, Apocalypse has always been one of my favorite X-Men animated series villains, so I'm looking forward to possibly seeing him make a comeback in Season 2. And moving forward into Part 3, it's looking like we might see a Bone Claw Wolverine for the very first time in this animated run of the character. So we'll see how the season finale plays out and how this sets up Season 2 of X-Men 97. Now, if you've been watching, please let's talk about it in the comment section down below. I would love to know your thoughts on this episode and what you thought of the previous episodes. Let's talk about it. Now, in other fantastic news, the Fantastic Four movie has found its villain in actor Ralph Ineson. Now, he'll be playing Galactus in the MCU. Now, Galactus is the larger-than-life cosmic entity, also known as the Devourer of Worlds, traveling across the cosmos looking for worlds to gobble up. Now, you may recognize Ineson as one of the Death Eaters in the Harry Potter movies, or possibly for his stunning performance as the dad in The Witch. Yeah, that movie was creepy. Anyways, most recently, he used his talents to bring Sid to life in Final Fantasy XVI. Now, it's safe to assume Galactus will be mostly, if not entirely, CGI, but Ineson's definitely got the right voice for a planet-eating cosmic entity. And honestly, it'll be fun to see how it all plays out, as Fantastic Four is expected to hit theaters July 25th, 2025. And finally, we've got the premiere date for the long-awaited Batman Cape Crusader, as well as some first looks. Now, the animated series from Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves is headed to Prime Video August 1st, expected to continue the legacy of Batman the Animated Series. And taking a look at these images, well, it looks like it'll be a faithful return to form, as the style is very reminiscent of Bruce Timm's work on the original Batman Animated Series. Now, for a second, it seemed like this show might not even see the light of day. Like, it was originally slated to hit HBO Max, but was scrapped due to WB cutting costs. Now, fortunately, Amazon scooped it up, and we won't have to wait too long to see what Batman Cape Crusader is all about. And that about does it for your fix of entertainment news for today. I'm Akeem Lawanson. Thank you for watching. Now that you're caught up on today's news, please check out our previous episode. Download the IGN app on all your devices, and for everything else, stick with IGN.